Hey guys, it's Dave Hall, Alabama Sasquatch, and I'm about half an hour into my run and decided that I wanted to shoot a little something for you, and I didn't want to do it while I was huffing and puffing. So I've taken a minute, gonna take a rest, got to the end of trail. Actually, I'm probably a good bit off trail. This area right here, you can probably can't make out the river, but down there, that's the river. And behind me, it just goes up, 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 up. So anyway, pleasant little spot. Thought I'd sit here. I want to, I want to bring up a name. Whoops. I want to bring up a name that you probably don't know, but, and I don't know all the details. I don't know. I haven't thoroughly researched. I read about this guy in a book called Natural Born Heroes that I've been telling a bunch of people about because it's a pretty cool book on human performance. Um, but a man by the name of Georges Hebert is referenced in this book. He's French. He's from France, and he lived from uh, like 1875 to 1957, somewhere. That's about the time frame. And he was a physical culturist. He developed what he called the natural method, and he created a program, and he taught a bunch of people, and he had a whole cadre of instructors who were going to go out into the world and share his method and revolutionize the physical health and well-being of humans, right? Um, and World War One broke out, and because he and all of his students were in tip-top shape, top of form, of course they all volunteered and went into the war. And most of his students, because they were in such tip-top shape, were all, put that guy in the front, and they all got killed. Georges Hebert himself was wounded in the arm. The college he had created, the facility where he trained his students, was destroyed in the war. And I'll do a deeper dive on this, but the impression that I get is that he it kind of killed it for him, right? Which totally makes sense to me. Um, but I also think, because I was having a conversation with Michael Campy yesterday, um, that I don't think it would have done as well as he had hoped. And here's why. Um, the method is awesome. It is that the natural method is, it's, you know, here's why it fails: because it requires nothing. It requires your body and a physical environment. And that's it. So you don't have any equipment to buy. You don't have anywhere that you have to go. You can do all of it right where you're at. And for many of us, that is incredibly daunting. That is, what we like, and in a way, what much of the fitness industry is built around is actually creating obstacles for those who don't do fitness. Because in order to do fitness, I have to be able to afford a gym membership. I have to be able to afford equipment. I have to be able to afford classes. I have to be able to afford stuff and things. If I want to be a cyclist, I got to buy a bike, and I got to get the spandex and the shoes and the helmet and all the gear, the water bottle, and the Garmin tracking watch. And suddenly, I'm thousands of dollars in to my fitness. Um, Gym memberships can easily run $100, $200 a month. That's, $6 grand a year that you're spending on fitness. And even if you're going to, Planet Fitness and it's $15 a month, still there's an outlay. And for some people, that's more than their budget can allow. So there's an opportunity for excuse. I don't have the things. But with the natural method, you don't need anything. So, I mean, my personal report on my own personal journey of where I'm at right now, I feel like my jiu-jitsu game has significantly improved in terms of my mobility. I'm still plenty strong enough, and I haven't touched a weight in 6 or 7 weeks, you know. Um, and so that's kind of a paradigm shift for me because I've been a barbell guy for, you know, 15 years. That's been a fundamental part of building strength and doing what I do, um, both in my training for me, in training my body, and also in how I train my clients. And so this is pretty cool. It's pretty freeing. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but basically what I've been doing for the last 6 weeks or so is going on a run-ish, but it's always out in the woods. It's always in this natural terrain. Um, you know, you've seen the roads that I'm running back here. Well, those devolve into trails and then into this. I think I stumbled upon a deer track and I was just sort of in the middle of this sort of settled rock slide, where obviously the forest has grown up, um, and so like it's a really cool physical challenge to traverse getting out here. I work my legs. It's very hilly, so it's up and down. I'm working, controlling descents and making sure that I don't bust my ass. That involves all these types of muscular recruitment, stuff that I wouldn't get anywhere else. And so I run, hike, scramble, climb while I'm out here. And then I go back into the gym. And you've seen some of the old guy mobility for jiu-jitsu and other stuff. Some of those videos, and that's what those are. I basically spend about 30 minutes wallowing around on the mat. I do solo jiu-jitsu drills. I do, Dave's bastardized version of whatever yoga I've picked up over the years. I just move around on the ground. I find the stuff that's tight and I try to loosen it up, and the stuff that's weak and I try to challenge it and strengthen it. And dude, that's it. That's totally it. There's so much of what we sell in this industry that is designed to trick you into doing this. And it has such a limited appeal because so few of us actually do this. For those of you who enjoy the fitness industry, for those of you who love your CrossFits or, your Les Mills classes or, body pump, jazzercise, whatever it is, like that thing that you go do, your martial arts, your jiu-jitsu, right? Like that's awesome. Do that. That's great. If you love that, that's wonderful. But for all of you for whom, like, yeah, that just doesn't appeal to me, like you don't need that. That's not the only avenue to improving your ability to navigate this world physically. It's all just right in front of you, and you just have to start. You just start where you're at, right? Maybe that's just walking around in your neighborhood, right? But then the goal is to do just a little bit more, and just a little bit more, and just a little bit more, because it's amazing what you can achieve with just that simple philosophy. When I hike out here, once I've gotten past the part where I feel like I can run without breaking my neck, and I'm having to walk and establish new trail, I always try to push a little bit further into the woods. Let's go a little bit further. That's how I ended up here today, is that, I was pushing the trail out just a little bit further and found myself, um, on this cool little hillside talking to you. So don't get caught in the lie, right? You ultimately, you know, your body knows how to move through the world, right? You're not, how do I phrase this? You're not broken, right? Like, we're the product of, eons of evolution of all people and critters and whatnot who survived this physical environment. You're the pinnacle. You're the ultimate winner in a long line of winners. Um, and so much so that we've actually, I don't believe we've forgotten how. I believe that we just neglected it for so long that we're a little rusty on accessing um, what is already innate knowledge. Um, just do stuff a little bit more every day. Try that. See what happens. Talk to you later.